Je crois que ma robe verte serait meilleure, n'est-ce pas?
Oh, c'est tout à fait ravissant. Je n'ai jamais vu madame ayant l'air si charmante.
Vraiment?
Oh, je connais quelques amis de madame qui seraient très jaloux si elles voyaient madame ce soir.
Oh, Marie.
Absolument. C'est la plus jolie robe que madame ait jamais portée.
You look perfectly stunning, my dear. Besides, I would like to see the second act.
No, I won't wear it after all.
Madame disait quelque chose?
I mean the necklace, Mary.
Oh, pardon, madame.
The diamonds seem so cold.
Cold? Why, I run a temperature every time I think of what they cost. 40,000.
Don't be so mercenary, Morton. Put them away, Mary.
Oui, madame.
Oh, Mary.
Oui, madame.
You must be more careful, dear. My jewels are very valuable.
Madame.
Besides, safes are no good unless you lock them.
Oh, je suis désolée.
There. There's no harm done this time. And I'm sure you won't forget again.
Non, non, jamais, madame, jamais.
Little girl, there.
Never mind, Morton. I'll be sympathetic for both of us. Come in.
The car is waiting, sir.
Pardon, madame.
Oui. Good night, Mary.
Bonsoir, madame.
Can't you even manage good night in English?
Good night.
Oh, that's splendid. Good night. And don't wait up. We won't be home till after midnight.
Bonsoir, monsieur.
Bonsoir.
Morton?
Yes, my dear.
You may wait, my good man. I'll only be a few minutes.
Very well.
Safes are no good unless you lock 'em. I'll lock that dame nose. Safes are no good unless you unlock 'em. pretty, aren't they, mister? Thanks so much. Never mind. Just put them on the table. Sit down. Golly, that dame was right. They are cold. Sit down. Make yourself comfortable. So you're a burglar. How interesting. It must be an exciting life. Tell me, does crime pay? Sit down. I'd hate to shoot you.
You wouldn't shoot. It takes nerve to shoot.
I'm awfully nervous, mister.
There's a phone. Go ahead, call the coppers.
It must be terrible in prison.
I never was in one.
Oh, so you're just a beginner. Is this your first, what is the professional name for it? Your first job?
Hey, you seen me open that safe? You think a beginner could do that? There ain't a man in the country could turn that trick but me. No tools at all. Just my good old right hand. And that box. Like opening a can of sardines. You ought to see me with a big safe, like in a bank. Say, when I pull a job, it's like I sign my name to it.
You're awfully smart, aren't you?
I thought I was until tonight. Grabbed and by a dame.
Well, you needn't feel so badly about that. You know, I'm pretty smart myself.
Kinda good looking too, ain't you?
Kinda?
Awful good looking. I wouldn't have no trouble getting stuck on you.
You might have, though, after you got that way.
How'd you like to be rich? We can divide that necklace.
Where do you get that wee stuff?
I mean, you and me, partners like...
Sit down.
Oh, I'd like to wring your neck.
Don't I know it? You and me partners. That's rich. I'm sorry, mister, but I never work with a partner. But you needn't feel badly about that. You can take this little job right off your income tax report. It isn't your fault because you met somebody a little bit slicker than you are. You're a great little boy with a box. Like opening a can of sardines. But on the level. I've never seen Anita job. I don't mind telling you that safe had me stumped.
Gertie Jones. Gertie the gun.
How do you do, Mr. Jimmy Hartigan?
And I don't get you until just now. Gertie Jones, the slickest inside worker that ever turned a trick. Smooth as satin.
You're pretty good yourself.
How about splitting them diamonds, Gertie?
Not while I have your gun, Mr. Hartigan.
That gun? I meant to tell you, it ain't loaded. You didn't think I'd carry a loaded gun, did you? It might go off.
There's a back entrance.
No use, they've got the place surrounded.
Oh.
Give me that necklace.
What for?
Come on.
No, what? Hey, Nick, what? You stop that. Well, you've got a nerve.
Here, you take this. Hold me up and yell for help. It's your only chance.
I will.
Oh, behave, will you?
Not on your life. If you go up, I go too.
Oh, darn women anyway.
What are you doing?
Oh, shut up.
Hey! Hey, you're smothering me. What are you trying to do? Leave me alone. Let me out of this thing.
For your life.
Well, if it ain't Sergeant Kelsey. Hello, Sarge.
Jimmy Hardigan. Well, well. I'm sure glad to meet up with you. I always said, sooner or later.
Well, anyway, it was later.
Too bad, Jimmy. We interrupted you before... He's killed her. He's murdered her. Here, take her. Marie! Marie! No, so that's it, eh? Help her out of there. I'm surprised at you, Jimmy Hardigan. You never was a guy to hurt dames.
There are dames and dames.
Oh, j'étouffe. Mon Dieu.
Are you all right, Marie?
Oui. Merci. Oh, merci beaucoup.
Well, tell us about it.
Oh oui, monsieur. Monsieur et madame m'appellent, vous me départez pour aller au théâtre. J'avais mis tout en place dans le char. Et j'étais assise. Ici. J'ai le coup d'une couche-culotte pour madame. Quand cette brute me saute dessus, comme ça. Et tout devient noir. Je ne vois plus rien. Rien de tout. Vous entendez? Rien.
Hey, wait a minute. What's that you're spouting? Italian?
I don't speak English.
Oh. Parlez-vous, French?
Fais donc. Est-ce que tu te fiches de moi? N'importe quel idiot saurait que je parle français.
It's a good thing I learned this lingo in the war. I'll just buzzer. Now listen, sister. Attendez, moi, mademoiselle? Voulez-vous? Pourquoi? Compris? What happened?
We learned that lingo in the war.
The trouble is they talk this stuff too fast. Oh, well, we'll get it all straight at headquarters.
Oh, attendez, s'il vous plaît, monsieur. Monsieur. Cet homme a été très dur avec moi. Je voudrais lui demander quelque chose. Voulez-vous me permettre, s'il vous plaît?
Yeah, we'll tell that to the captain.
I think she wants to say something to me.
Mister, for what you do this way with me?
Frenchie, I'm darned if I know.
James Hardigan.
So long, Jimmy. See you later, old pal. Give my regards to the gals. Goodbye, old timer.
Come on. James Hardigan, the state is about to send you back into the world. It hopes that you're going back with a lesson learned to become a good citizen. You have been a model prisoner. This and the fact that it was your first conviction, that no stolen property was found on your person, have resulted in the lenience of the state.
Well, so long, old man. You've certainly got a swell place here.
Glad you're satisfied, sir. We try to please everybody.
It's been like living in a club.
Well, goodbye, Mr. Hartigan. You know we're going to miss you, but you'll always be welcome.
Just a little keepsake, boys. For both of you.
You know this ain't necessary, sir.
I hate to take this from you.
Oh, that's all right. Plenty more where this come from.
Well, goodbye. See you later.
Hey.
Oh, that is,
Good luck, Mr. Hartigan.
So long, fellas. Goodbye.
So long.
Hello, Gertie.
The kid himself. And looking like a million. Gee, it's good to see you, Jimmy. So how'd they treat you in there?
Swell. Well, that is as swell as I had any right to expect.
I bet it was pretty tough.
Oh, I ain't hollering. I had it coming, I guess. But golly, Gate, it sure makes a difference when they close them iron gates behind you and you become a number instead of a man.
Well, you're out now, aren't you? Well, then forget about it.
I'll never forget what you done for me. Sending in plenty of dough every week.
Oh, you'd have done the same for me, wouldn't you?
And this layout of clothes. Say, it must have set you back plenty.
What about this little speed job?
Hey, where'd you get it?
I bought it. I thought it'd be nifty to meet you with.
Just to meet me?
Same as the clothes. I didn't want you to look cheap when you left that place. You know how people talk. Well, we better be rolling back to town. We gotta get to work.
We?
We're partners, aren't we?
Oh, lady, what for you do this way with me?
Jimmy, I'm darned if I know. Bonjour, Monsieur Gertie. Bonjour.
Hollyville Hoboken. What a chump I am, never guessing that night that you were Gertie Joe.
Qu'est-ce qu'il raconte, le gros papa?
So you and him's partners, eh?
Oh, lay off, Kelsey. You put me away. Don't rub it in.
And I never tumbled. I thought you was an on-the-square mademoiselle.
Everybody makes mistakes, Sarge. Even policemen make mistakes.
Yeah? Well, this one don't make the same mistake twice. And don't you two make the same mistake twice.
Say, listen, we're rolling back to town. Can we give you a lift?
You wouldn't take me for a ride, would you? I'll take a chance.
Hey, a big fat.
Don't you go too fast, Gertie Jones. I don't like going over 35. I mean it. If you ever need me, either of you, just call on me.
Shall we phone the police station?
I ain't folding. If you want to try going straight, I'll stand by you. I like you. Both of you.
You're all right, Sarge, but you're too darn moral.
It ain't being moral. Just common sense. Oh, it's all right while you're young and full of laughs, but sooner or later...
Sooner or later. Sounds like a song tune, Sarge.
Yeah, and it's a tune I know well.
Sing it, Sarge.
It is to break the law, Kelsey?
You should have listened to me in the first place.
Hey, what's the rush? You going to a fire or something? What's the big idea? Who do you think you are?
Oh, don't give me none of that. You society dames think you own the world or something. I'll show you a thing or two.
Qu'est-ce que vous dites, mon petit chou? Je comprends pas.
Meet my friend, Mr. Kelsey.
It's all right, officer.
Distinguished foreign visitor, huh? Pretty, ain't she? Well, tell her to take it easy, will you? She might get in trouble.
That's just what I've been telling her.
She was doing 65. You better keep her down anyway to about 50. So long, Sarge.
Come on.
It is easy, though, to break the law. Isn't it, Kelsey?
Notice how easy it was for the law to catch up with you?
Say, for a guy in a rumble seat, you sure got all the answers.
No, I don't believe I'll wear it after all.
Qu'est-ce que Madame désire?
Perhaps my emerald pendant would be better. Will you get it for me, Jeannette?
Oui, Madame. Celui-ci, Madame?
Yes, please. Oh, pardon, Madame. Beautiful, isn't it?
Vous êtes prêt?
Say it in English, Jeannette. Come on, try.
You are both very beautiful.
Splendid. The improvement is amazing. And all since you came here. Let's see. Less than a month ago.
I try very much.
But I mustn't keep you longer on your evening off. I'll wager you have a sweetheart in this country already.
Oh, Madame.
Oh, you French girls. Well, trot along, Jeannette, and meet him.
Merci, Madame.
Oh. These would become you better than me. Wouldn't your sweetheart be surprised if you met him wearing these?
Oui, Madame. He would be very surprised. Madame should be more careful about the jewelry.
Oh, I guess they're safe enough. Especially with a girl like you to look after them.
Merci, Madame.
Good night, Jeannette.
Bon. Good night, Madame.
No! The teddy buzzard set a trap for me. Scram, will you?
Hello, Gertie.
Hello, Kelsey.
Nifty place, all right, all right.
Isn't it? They've got rules about policemen coming in.
Sure, all good places have. You live here yourself or just working here?
What do you mean, Kelsey?
What's the use, Gertie? You know, I ain't very smart, but you don't even fool me. You and Jimmy aren't ready to listen to reason yet, are you?
Did you ever know anyone to take advice? Even good advice. That's why there's so much of it free.
Well, here's a chunk of advice you'd better give Jimmy. Tell him either to be good or don't be careless.
Why? What's happened?
Betray, my good man.
Good evening, Mrs. Madsen.
Gertrude, dear, don't tell me I'm late again for dinner. I've been shopping. Such delightful things. I simply didn't realize how late... Oh,
But I mustn't keep you.
Mrs. Matson, I want you to meet an old friend of mine, Mr. Kelsey.
So pleased, Mr. Kelsey. Charmed, I'm sure. Any old friend of Gertrude's I feel is a friend of mine already. We are very fond, Mr. Matson and I, of Gertrude.
You are most gracious, Mrs. Matson.
Well, I must simply get upstairs and dress. William gets so provoked when I'm tardy. Don't forget, dear, you're dining in our apartment tonight with dear Mr. Hartigan.
Oh. You know my friend, Mr. Hartigan, too.
Indeed, yes. Delightful chap, isn't he?
Charming.
Well, I simply must get upstairs and dress. Yes. Thank you.
Oh, permit me, madam. Permit me.
I'll help you upstairs with him.
Let me carry them up for you.
Thank you, no, Mr. Kelsey. No trouble.
No trouble, I assure you, Miss Jones.
Oh, very good of you.
So very good of you, Mr. Kelsey.
That's the racket. You and Jimmy trying to take this nice lady for a rocks or something?
Oh, lay off, will you? Give us a chance. This is on the level, I tell you. Mrs. Manson's been like a mother to me, and I wouldn't take the time of day off of her.
My dear Gertrude, pardon this intrusion. I'm lost without my maid. Men are so helpless. And I'm still old-fashioned enough to have things hook in the back.
Let me help you. Can I leave that door unlatched again?
You really should be more careful. There's been so much petty thieving. And the servants.
You can't trust them.
You know, I was compelled to discharge Nanette, my French maid.
Oh, those foreigners.
She would filch my perfume. Will you please? I really should diet, but I do get so hungry.
There you are.
Thank you so much. There, that must be Jimmy. Well, I'll leave you young folks together for a minute.
Hello, honey. Oh, hello, Miss Matson. Glad to see you.
You'll be even gladder, I'll wager, when I leave.
Oh, no.
Now, you needn't be polite about it. I wouldn't intrude for the world. When you're ready, come over to our apartment. William will be so glad to see you. And remember, I'm nearly starved.
Oh.
They're swell people, ain't they?
It must be immense to live the way they do.
Oh, gee, Gert. You ain't gonna start that way again, are you? Look, honey. Look what I got you.
Oh, they're grand, Jimmy. Where'd you get them?
Hey, I bought them. Say, don't I get something for them?
For instance.
For instance.
Hey, you bought the flowers, but you stole that.
Golly, Gert, you're sweet. Why don't you marry me?
It seems to me that I've heard that before.
You ought to know it by heart. I say it often enough.
No, not us. Not married. Not while we're a pair of thieves. That's all we are. Just a pair of thieves. Big league thieves, but thieves just the same. Ducking coppers and trying to keep out of stir. Ducking coppers like you've been doing.
Oh, that was just a little exercise.
What happened, Jimmy?
They must have invented a new kind of alarm while I was in the pen. Oh, forget it, Gert. We're going great, ain't we? Dough in the bank, lots of work ahead.
How much money have we got in the bank?
What bank? 30,000 bucks.
30 grand. Did you ever figure, Jimmy, that most anybody can be a crook and get away with it? But it takes a real smart guy to get ahead on the level.
Hey, I'd like to see a smart, square guy open a safe and with only his hands.
But we've got a stake. 30 grand.
We can't afford being honest yet. Wait till I open a few more of them iron boxes. Hey, how about the layout of this Barton joint where you're working?
I've got everything lined up. It's a cinch. That Barton dame's got about $80,000, mostly in pearls and emeralds.
Well, how about the safe?
Like opening a can of sardines.
Could we pull it off tonight? Lead me to it.
We'll talk about that later. Come on, let's go over to the mess.
Then right after dinner.
Oh, let's forget about it for a couple of hours.
No, that was a swell one, Mr. Matthews.
I thought it was very funny. This is so cozy. Just as if it were, pardon me, dear Gertrude, our own son and daughter dining with us.
Thank you, Mrs. Madsen. It's been simply lovely.
Oh, don't you smoke?
No, thank you.
Just because I don't, I'm not at all prejudiced. Pardon me just a moment.
Someday, James, we must have a little business chat. I've been negligent. I don't know exactly what business you're in.
That's right, you don't. Well, it's the banking business, kinda.
Of course. You're the true type. It's how I started myself. Back in Wackayak, my hometown, years ago.
You're not so darned old.
The new regime of business sets too fast a pace for me, I fear. That's why I feel the need of new blood in my firm. Some young man to take over some of the responsibility.
You oughtn't to have no trouble finding a young guy anxious to go in business with you.
Perhaps I'm too strict. I have to be able to trust a man immediately, to feel in his glance that he's honest and trustworthy.
I tell William he's altogether too finicky.
Oh, you got to be careful, especially in business.
You see, I rather pride myself that I can read character in a man's face.
He can too. It's almost spooky.
You mean you can tell just by looking at him whether he's honest or a crook?
Well, Jimmy, Mr. Madsen's finished his cigar. We better be going.
And we mustn't keep you young folks waiting another minute. It's been splendid to have you, to cheer up a couple of old fossils.
Come, my young businessman. I'm not too old to realize young people want to be alone when they say goodnight.
Someday, James, we must have a little business chat. I've been negligent.
I don't exactly know what business you're in, but... Oh, man, Matson certainly had me winging with that crack about reading a guy's pan. Oh, come on, Gert. Well, brace up. We got to get on the job. I got a cab waiting downstairs to take us over to this Barton joint, and my fingers are just itching to tickle that safe.
It's all off, Jimmy. I'm not going to let you do it.
You're not gonna. Say.
You love me, Jimmy, don't you? And you want us to be married.
It's all I'm thinking of night and day.
Then you won't do it. You can't do it.
Oh, listen, Gert.
What do you suppose would happen to me if they got you?
They won't grab me.
Sooner or later.
Oh, that sounds like that fathead Kelsey.
Well, even Kelsey can't be wrong all the time. Maybe not tonight, maybe not next week, but sooner or later. You did a year for me once.
Say, I done that bit standing on my head.
Well, you're not going back there, because I won't let you. I know what prison does to guys, and so do you. We've both seen too many of them come out of there. Their nerve gone, their health gone. Not men at all, just ghosts of men.
Oh, look.
Scared ghosts of men. Scared to come out in the light of day. Hiding in holes like rats. Sinking lower and lower. I won't let you, Jimmy. I won't let you.
I ain't scared.
But I am. Don't you see? Can't you understand? It would just kill me if they got you. Does Miss Jones live here? Nellie. Where'd you come from?
Who is she?
An old friend of mine. Thanks, Gert. I knew you'd be like that. Let me score a minute, will you? Sure. Come in. There. An old friend of Gertie's. Just out of the pen. Yes, sir. Send me out sicker than a dog. What's the matter, Nellie? Oh, nothing. Nothing's the matter. Only got what's coming to me. When I was young like you, I thought I could get away with it. And I did. I certainly did. Say, remember how I cupped the Van Ryn diamond? I got in the joint by pretending I was a maid. Smooth as satin. That's what they say about you, ain't it, Gert? Smooth as satin. Sure. Smooth. That was 10 years ago. And I spent 8 of them 10 in prison. That's smooth, ain't it? You're sick, Nellie. Sick. I'm half dead. Here. Thanks.
Phone for the doc.
Better call a copper instead. Tell him I done something. Make him take me back to the stir. I can't stand it anymore. I want to go back. You want to go back? Oh, what else can I do? I've been in 15 years on and off, and they'll get me the first job I try. My nerve's gone. Sure, send me back. I want to go back. I'm homesick. Homesick for prison. That's rich, ain't it?
You mean to say they turned you out sick? Without a dime?
They give me money. $5. A dame ought to get along swell on $5, oughtn't she? And live decent, what's more. Look at the elegant clothes they give me. Slick little hat, though, ain't it? I took them $5 and bought it. I couldn't stand the terrible one they give me. Come into my bedroom and rest a while. Gee, I almost forgot. Saw a copper watching this place.
A copper? What did he look like?
Just like a copper. Only more good-natured. Big kinda.
Kelsey.
Come on. There. Comfortable? She fell asleep. Right off. Tough business.
Call that dame you're working for and tell her you ain't coming back. You're through.
What'd you just a little while ago...
A little while ago I said I loved you. Do you suppose I want you to be like her?
Me? Like Nellie?
Sooner or later. Smooth as satin.
But it ain't taking a chance. It's a cinch.
Say, if it's taking a chance for me, it's taking a chance for you. Now phone that Barton dame that you're through. Then I'm through. We're both through. Gertie, we're turning square.
You mean it, Jimmy? Oh.
Do you mean it, honey? I mean about you and me getting married if I turn square guy.
Do I mean it? You just try and get away.
There's only one thing.
What?
I hate to give that fathead Kelsey the satisfaction.
Oh, you fool.
But what'll we do? I could sell safe.
Don't you see, Jimmy? It's a tip. It's been tossed at us, and we've almost mussed it.
I don't get you.
But you will. Come on, I'll show you.
William!
What?
Mrs. Matson! Uncle William!
Gertrude, darling, James, don't tell me you've set the date.
Almost as that. Mr. Matson, you were saying you needed a young partner.
So I was, dear child.
And you can read character in a man's face?
William can tell right away.
Can you read Jimmy's face?
It's too easy. Honesty in every feature.
Would he make a good partner if he had $30,000 to invest?
I only wish he had.
Mr. Matson, shake hands with your new partner. Go ahead. Shake. That was a big tip-off, Jimmy.
You got $30,000 to invest.
If she says so.
And I've been looking all over town, practically trying to give away a chance to make $1 million.
$1 million? For 30 grand?
At least that. Maybe more.
It sounds great to me. Put her there, Uncle.
Partner.
Isn't it wonderful?
James, my boy, I can't tell you how much this pleases me.
No, mademoiselle. After all, I do not think I should wear it.
After all, I think I'd better wear it.
Suit yourself, Gert. You make a swell lady. But don't kid yourself. It won't last.
It's lasted 3 weeks, hasn't it?
Just wait. I ain't swapping. You made it elegant for me, and you mean it. And he don't. He only thinks he does. Jimmy's never been happier.
He's just like a kid.
Sure. But he'll go back to the old racket. Guys are different. A dame can turn square and make it stick. But a fella always remembers that easy money. Jimmy's got the stuff to get by on the level. Of course he has. Well, why go to all that bother? I bet that's the way he's figuring right now. He wouldn't double-cross me. No, he's stuck on you. That's why he's doing it. But his heart ain't in it.
Bryant, 9300.
All right. Sure. Just as soon as we close up. Pretty busy, honey. You see, Matson's out of town. He went upstate this morning to close a business deal. No, I didn't know it either. Anyway, I've got to look after things. Yes? Yes. Goodbye. What? Sure. I got it. Goodbye, honey. Just finished this letter, Miss Jenks. Hoping to hear from you in regard to the matters outlined above. Sincerely, cordially, you know what to use, Miss Jenks. Thanks very much. Oh, have you those consolidated cold papers handy?
They're in the new safe, Mr. Huntington. Would you like me to open it for you? I have the combination.
Never mind, Miss Jenks. You can bring me the combination later. Hello. Just getting some papers. Important papers. Couldn't wait. What do you come busting in here for? Who gave you that?
A couple of queer-looking yags asking for you. Says to give it to you.
All right, show them in.
Better lock that safe first.
On your way, wise guy. Denver Red. Glad to see you.
They told me about it, but I wouldn't believe it. You, Times Square guy? Oh, excuse me, Jimmy. This is Marty the Mug.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Hardigan. Heard lots about you.
Marty's a mighty handy lad with a safe, too.
Of course, not in your class, Mr. Hardigan. No.
Thanks. Sit down, gentlemen. Make yourself comfortable. Have a smoke?
Thanks.
Now then, what can I do for you?
Well, now that you've turned square, is this on the level, Jimmy? No, that's terrible. It's a downright waste of time.
And you with that educated right fin of yours.
Yeah, it's like a guy getting a college education and not writing a book or something.
I'm sorry, Denver, but I'm on the square. On a level. With a square partner and...
It ain't a dame, is it?
I'm just sick of the old life.
Dame just put many a good guy on the bum with this reform racket.
Ronnie and me was thinking maybe you'd like to go in on a little job with us. We need a guy with your gift.
Here in town?
$100 grand.
Begging to be took.
Maybe. I don't know. Where is the joint? What's the layout?
The National Express vaults. We got plans. Mr. Kelsey. Sergeant Kelsey.
Oh, that's all right. Kelsey drops in every now and then for a little chat.
Are you so on the square you get social calls from coppers?
Let's get out of here.
Now, wait a minute. Use this door. He won't see you.
Think it over, Jimmy. The National Express vault.
Come on, Red, let's squint.
Well, if it ain't Sergeant Kelsey. Hello, Sarge. Like to buy some nice fresh stocks and bonds today?
You couldn't slip me a nice cheap gold mine, could you? Where's your partner?
Oh, Matson's gone upstate.
He didn't say what state, did he?
Nix, Sarge. Billy Matson's too square a guy to kid about. What do you make a crack like that for?
He's almost too good to be true.
Hey, we talked that all over before, didn't we?
Yeah. I just run across an old record of a guy by the name of Martinson or Matheson. He used to run a con game, something like this.
Hey, you coppers are all too suspicious.
Somebody's got to be suspicious in this world, Jimmy. You and Gertie are too trusting.
Just leave us alone. We'll get along all right. Hey, what are you driving at?
Mr. Applegetzer.
Mr. Who?
Applegetzer. Believe it or not, from the Equitable Bank.
Oh, Applegetzer. Show him in. That's our bank where Matson and I keep our dough.
Well, I'll be running along.
Oh, no. This is square business. We can even let a policeman in.
How do you do?
Oh, this is my friend, Mr. Kelsey.
Oh, yeah.
I was just telling him we could discuss our business in front of him.
As you wish, of course.
Sit down.
Thanks.
I called to learn if your firm is dissatisfied with the service of our bank.
Of course not. We keep our dough there, don't we?
You did, of course, until this morning.
It's there now, ain't it?
Surely you're aware that your partner, Mr. Matson, withdrew the entire amount this morning?
Well, it's funny you didn't tell me. Did he take the whole business, $60,000?
There was only $30,000.
Oh, there must be some mistake. We both put in $30,000, $60,000 altogether.
There was never more than $30,000.
My $30,000. Our $30,000.
Perhaps I'd better drop in again after you've had an opportunity to confer with Mr. Matson. Good day, sir.
Trimmed. We've been trimmed, Gertie and me, and by a square guy.
It certainly looks as though he's ducked with your dough, Jimmy.
Well, I'll go after him and choke the gizzard out of that old hypocrite.
No use, Jimmy. These aeroplanes, you know. By this time, he could be halfway across the country.
That learns me a lesson. Trying to go square and being took.
Don't take it that way, kid.
What do you want me to do? Bust out in a loud applause?
I'm sorry, Jimmy.
Yes, you are. You're giving me the laugh right now. Go ahead, I got it coming. Trying to live on the level.
Brace up, fella, brace up.
I'll brace up, all right.
Did you want the combination to the safe now, Mr. Hardigan?
You get that, Kelsey? Do I want the combination? Ain't that rich? You see that, sister? That's a combination of every safe in town.
Well, if anyone calls, where will I tell them you've gone?
Tell them I've gone to work the combination. There's no mistake, I tell you. They both blow. I've been looking them up. They've left their flat. They've left a lot of bill collectors flat, too. A pair of scaly crooks.
Well, there's nothing we can do about it, is there?
There's plenty we've got to do. We are broke, trimmed by a pair of Bush League con game workers.
We can begin all over again?
That's just what we're going to do.
I mean on the square.
On the square. I'm sick of hearing the word.
What are you going to do?
We're going to start all over again. Right where we left off. We're going to knock over them pearl and emeralds. The Barton job.
We aren't going to knock anything over.
Oh. Quitting on me, huh?
I'm sticking, if you only knew it. Sticking when you need me the most.
Running out on your partner. All right, quit. We ain't partners anymore. I don't need any partner. Just my good old right hand.
But, Jimmy, you said you loved me.
I fell for that once and look what it got us.
You gotta listen.
I listened before. That's how we got into this. You went soft on me. Falling for that stuff, $1 million for 30,000.
You fell for it, too?
I fell for you. I did it all on account of you. I had a hunch all the time, but you give me this love and kisses business, and I go for it. Love is blind, all right, and deep and dumb, too. But I'm wise to myself now.
Then it's all off, eh? All off between you and me.
You're the one who's laying down.
Well, if there's got to be a showdown, we might as well have it now.
You can't bluff me.
I'm not bluffing. I'm going straight, and so are you.
Don't make me laugh.
You can't get the larceny out of your system, can you? You've been slipping ever since you promised me.
Well, if you're so darn wise...
You did have a little chat today with a couple of yigs by the name of Denver Red and Marty the Mug.
You've been stool pigeoning on me, huh?
I don't have to stool pigeon. It's written all over you.
You double-crossing little...
Don't say it, Jimmy Hardigan. Don't start calling me names, or I'll pull a few that'll curl your ears. You're a great little pal, you are. Trying to take it out on me because things go wrong. Well, it's worth $30,000 just to find out what kind of a gazebo you are. A dizzy fathead who gets stuck on himself because a couple of jailbirds kid him in how clever he is. Clever. Clever to spend your life ducking down alleys and running away from coppers? Do you call that clever?
I never run away.
You're running away right now. Tell me I'm quitting. Well, let me tell you something, mister. You're the quitter. You're quitting cold. It takes stuff to be a square guy, and you haven't got it. You're yellow. Do you get that? You've got a yellow streak a yard wide.
I got a good notion of stuff.
No, you won't. You'll listen and you'll like it. Call me soft. I'm soft, all right, for getting stuck on a guy like you. But get this. I'm tough enough to take it on the chin. And I don't quit like a dog the first bad break.
I don't...
Shut up! Get out of here!
Oh, I'm going.
You bet you're going. And you're going straight. Straight, do you hear? You aren't going crooked. You aren't. Because I won't let you. Now scram! And scram fast! Telling him, big girl. Now Well, where are you going?
I'm getting out of this place before the cops come along. It's like I told you, Gert. He's a crook at heart.
He isn't, do you hear? He isn't any more a crook than I am.
Well, you'll do until a real one comes along. Anyway, I'm glad you're through with him.
Through with him? What do you mean, through? Say, I'm just beginning with that guy.
Thank you, Jeanette. It's such a comfort to have you back. When you telephoned yesterday, I could hardly believe it.
Merci, madame. Madame est très aimable.
You're none too cheerful, though. I'll wager you've had a little tip with that sweetheart of yours. You're not afraid to stay in the house all alone?
Moi? Mais non, madame. Pas du tout.
It's such a relief to have someone I can leave all alone. Someone I can trust.
Merci, madame.
Good night, Jeanette.
Bonsoir.
You may wait, my good man. I'll only be a few minutes. And don't forget that horn.
I don't know why you waste your time on this kind of job. The National Express vault...
That's our date for tomorrow night. This comes first. I've got a kind of sentimental interest in taking this joint. Who's that?
It's only me, Jimmy.
What are you doing here?
I don't know yet.
Guess you got wise to yourself, huh? Decided to string along with Jimmy Hartigan in his old right hand. Well, guess again, 'cause you're out.
Hey, what's the...
You aren't going to open that safe, Jimmy.
Oh, I ain't, huh? Well, who's gonna stop me?
I am. I told you yesterday I wouldn't let you go crooked, and I won't.
And yesterday I should have smacked you right on the kisser. One peep out of you tonight, and I'll make up for lost time.
Don't get tough with me. You love me, and you know it.
Oh.
And I love you, and I know it. I'm going to give you a chance, Jimmy.
Keep quiet. I got to hear them tumblers fall.
I broke an old rule of ours tonight. I'm carrying a gun, and it's loaded.
Trying to scare me, huh?
I'm going to keep you straight if I have to shoot you straight.
But you wouldn't shoot me. You said yourself you love me.
You're right. I couldn't kill you.
Then quit your kidding and put that gun away.
But I could put you out of business.
Trying to bluff again, huh? Think I'm yellow, don't you? I'll show you who's yellow.
Don't do it, Jimmy.
Go on, shoot. Who's yellow now?
Jimmy, stop. Please. Jimmy!
You done it! By golly, you done it! The cops! I suppose you sent for the cops too, huh? I wouldn't put it past you. Get away from me, you idiot! Wheeler, you stool pigeon!
Jimmy! Oh!
Squealer. Think I'm yellow, huh?
No. You aren't yellow, Jimmy. I had to do it, I tell you. I had to because I loved you. Don't you see, Jimmy? It was because I loved you.
Gertie, don't leave me. They'll get me.
Hush, honey. Don't worry. Here's Gertie. I won't leave you. Everything's going to be all right. Oh, forgive me, Jimmy.
I'm glad you did it. You're right. I'm a yellow.
No, you aren't. You aren't yellow. Come on, darling.
Well, the old hand will never be the same. I had it coming. It's learned me a lesson. Well, you got me, Kelsey.
Ain't I, though? The both of you.
You got me dead to rights. But you ain't got nothing on her. She don't know anything about it.
The devil she don't. She told me all about it this afternoon. In fact, she asked me to drop in here.
I squealed, but only to Kelsey.
All right, Gert. You know best.
Is that on the level, Jimmy, what you just said? About learning your lesson and going straight?
You'll see, soon as I get out of stir. Well, put 'em on, Sarge. Let's go.
Put what on? Go where? You ain't pinched. Can I arrest a young fellow that's calling on his sweetie just because he happens to get shot accidental? I just dropped in because she wanted me to see for myself that you was going to stay square.
You mean I ain't pinched? You ain't gonna...
No. Anyway, I'm tired of sending people to prison. You two better get out of here. I'll call you a cab. Yours didn't wait.
Mister, why for you do this way with me?
Gertie, I'm darned if I know.
Oh, honey. Oh.